Hello beautiful kittens, my name is KinKade and welcome back or welcome to my channel. You may be new, you may be not, who knows. So today I need to kind of refilm this video because I don't think I went into as much detail as I should have. But we're going to be talking about forgiveness, as in should you or should you not forgive your abuser. This could be a boyfriend, a parent, like it doesn't matter. Someone that physically and or mentally abuses you, should you forgive them? And by forgive, I don't mean like you should just feel sorry for them and then, you know, talk to them still or be around them, because you are under no obligation to be around anybody that abuses you, like at all. You do not have to put yourself around somebody that abuses you. If they abuse you and you're tired of it and you realize that what they're doing is wrong, then you do not have to be in contact with them. Forgiveness does not mean I have to talk to the person. Forgiveness means letting go of the anger you may feel or any negative emotions. Because I keep getting told that I should just forgive my mother and move on. And most of the people that tell me this are not people that have been through what I have been through. So I'm not just talking to the people like me who have been abused by their parents. I'm talking to everybody here. Because I'm going to give you some things that you should or shouldn't say to somebody like that. Just because I do openly talk about the stuff that happened to me, but that doesn't always mean that someone should tell me you should just do this. Because, I mean, should you? Like, everybody is different, so there is no like should or should not. It just depends on you. I know in my case, I don't have any negative feelings or emotions towards my mother anymore. I am indifferent. And I have not forgiven my mom for what she did to me, or my dad. I have not forgiven my parents for the stuff that they have done to me. I'm not at that point in my life yet. Now, that's not to say that you will never get to that point. You know, it really depends on the person. There is no one size fits all when it comes to getting over the things that you have gone through in your life. Everybody is different, and everybody's going to respond to things differently. There is no you should do this or you shouldn't do this. Like, it really depends on what you feel and how you are taking things. So, in my case, I have not forgiven my mom for the stuff that she has done, but I also don't have any bad feelings towards her at all. I'm rather indifferent. I did something called gray rock. Gray rock means that you shut yourself off of all emotion. You don't show them emotion at all because they feed off your emotion. Abusers love feeling like they have power over you. And if you don't give them that power, it really pisses them off. Before I kind of decided to go no contact with my parents, I would just kind of not care when they would like start their drama. I would just, okay. Like, I would not show any emotion at all. And then she'd be like, well, why are you not responding? Like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, nothing. It confuses the living shit out of them. Eventually they get bored and give up, which I can say that my mom kind of did get bored and give up of, you know, trying to get a reaction out of me. That's what they like. They like feeling like they are controlling you and they have some sort of power over you. And when you don't give that to them, it shuts them off from what they like to do to you. And it also makes them really fucking angry. Now, if they lash out, you know, they may not, but I mean, emotional abusers, specifically my mom, even though she did physically abuse me in the past, I noticed that with gray rocking, it kind of did help. It helped in my case for her to leave me alone because she couldn't get a negative response out of me because she couldn't get me to do anything. That's what gray rock is, and sometimes gray rock can be really helpful. But anyway, so it really just depends on where you are in your recovery or whatever. If you do or don't want to forgive your abuser, it's completely up to you. There is no right or wrong answer because everybody's journey is different. And this is to the people that think it's okay to tell people that they should do that. Stop! It's not your pain to deal with. You have literally no fucking right to tell somebody you should just forgive whoever and move on. Excuse you? Stop! I would never, as someone who went through this, tell somebody else that went through this, oh, you should just forgive your mom and move on. Like, what the fuck? Honestly, everybody is different. There is no one size fits all to therapy, to recovery, to nothing. Like, there is no right or wrong manual guidebook to getting over being abused. Like, it just doesn't work like that. And moving on, like, you can't just move on from the stuff that happened like that. It's not an easy, I'm just gonna move on. Like, there is no, I do this and then magically things get better. Just like with forgiveness, like, just because you forgive someone doesn't mean that it fixed the problem, doesn't mean that it fixed you. People think that it's like a magical cure, and it's not. That's not how this works. Everything takes a shitload of time to get over, to go to therapy, to feel better. Like, there is no one-size-fits-all magical fucking cure. There's not. And I'm sorry if that makes people upset to hear that you want to help somebody and you just be like, oh, here's some words of encouragement, there you go, you're all better. Like, it just doesn't work like that. But what we go through, yeah, it fucking sucks. There's just no easy way around it. There is no words to make it all better. Everything will eventually get better with time. I know that sounds really cliche, but honestly, it does. Especially, like, if you go no contact, like I did. I do feel a lot better now that I don't talk to my mom or any of my family other than my grandma. Like, I feel so much better, and it made the anger in me go away. And I feel like maybe for us, for the forgiveness part of it is just accepting what happened. We are not the problem, and maybe taking the next step to go non-contact. Maybe that is our forgiveness, is and moving on. Like, moving on is in, like, making the decision to go non-contact, cut them out, and then move past it, because you're leaving that person who will not and cannot accept that they are the problem to get better. And you know that staying around them isn't going to do any good. And I understand, like, people want to try to fix their abuser. Like, I get it. I tried really hard to fix my mom. I tried so hard to get her to realize that she needed mental help, and nothing I did helped. And eventually, like, you are not obligated to stay by somebody and babysit them. If they will not, no matter what you do, if they will not accept that they need help, or at least agree to do something other than continue to be a douchebag, you are not obligated to stay by them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's anybody. If they're abusive, get away from them. Don't stay around them. And I feel like that's part of the reason why I was in the relationships I was, because I wanted to try to fix them. I thought that I could fix it. Like with my mom, I thought I could fucking fix it. And I couldn't. There was nothing I could do. So my forgiveness, I suppose, was just me realizing I can't fucking fix her. Nothing I do is gonna fix her. So I decided to move on and go no contact. But there is no, like, moving on as in forget it. You cannot forget the shit that you go through. A lot of it is so scarring that you cannot possibly forget it and just move on like that and just be like, oh, it's nothing, because it's not nothing. And I hope this helps, like, people that say that, because I've been told that quite frequently in the past, like, few days, and I'm going to, like, pull my hair out. There is no just forgive and move on. Don't say that to somebody. What you can say is, I'm so sorry you went through that. Do you want to talk about it? Or, you know, I can't relate to you, but I'm really sorry you went through that. I don't know, something. Not just, oh, just forgive her and move on. Like, that is not helpful. Like, if you cannot think of anything helpful to say, then just don't say it. I know that when I was in a group one time, earlier this year, someone literally told a rape victim, when we were talking about, like, our horrible experience. I don't know how it got brought up. It was really bad. You know, she was sexually assaulted, like, horribly. And I was, like, crying when I read this. And someone said, you should just forgive him and move on. And my mind was blown. And of course it started a big fucking fight, because everyone's like, are you stupid? Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, you cannot. And it was detailed. Like, she went into detail, like, how this happened, and just. And the fact that someone was just like, oh, you know, Bible tells you to forgive and move on. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Who says this shit? And so I, like, sat there and talked to the girl, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I cannot imagine. Like, I haven't gotten through that exact thing, like, as detailed and horrible as that was. I could not sort of relate, but I could in a way. So I was just like, you know, I'm really sorry you went through that. Like, geez, that's awful. Like, are you going to therapy? Like, something helpful, not be like, oh yeah, just forgive him and move on. Like, do you think that's helpful? Because it's not. Like, I was legit trying to be like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to help you as best as I can, because that's just awful. And I think it was like, we were all talking about, like, horrible things that, like, fucked us up or something. I don't remember. It was a pretty bad thread, to be honest, but it just, I don't understand some people, but I mean, you know, it's really hard to understand when you haven't gone through it. So at the same time, I don't blame you guys for saying this because you may not understand at all. I just want to pull my hair out sometimes and I get fucking sick of hearing it, but I know you're trying to help and I really appreciate it, but at the same time, I don't want to hear forgive your mom and move on. Like, I'm so done with that line. Like, I could just throw it out and forgive it and run it over with a semi and be done and explode and bye. Like, I can't. It's up to you if you want to forgive someone and move on. It is up to you. You go at your own pace. You are your own person. You know what you need. You are the one that lived through it. You are the one living with this pain. You are the one that has to decide what you want to do from now on. No one can tell you that you should or shouldn't do something. Now, I can advise you to go no contact because I would strongly, because it really helps. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you you should do this. Like, if you want to go no contact because you think it'll be beneficial, you do it. If you think forgiving someone and let go of your negative energy is going to help you, then do it. If you do not believe so, then do not do it. It is up to you. You are the one that went through this. You are the one that has to decide what to do from now on. Not even another person that gone through this can tell you what to do. Everyone has a different feeling about it. Everyone feels like they have their own opinions on forgiving and letting go. I asked, believe me. It was very split between yes, it helped, and no, I'm not ever going to do that. It depends on you. No one has the right to tell you what you should or shouldn't fucking do. You are the one that went through that. Just remember, if anyone tells you you should do this after going through what you did, ignore them or tell them to fuck off. One or the other. Or say, you know, I appreciate you trying to help, but that's not helpful. I don't know. Be honest if you want, because at this point I'm going to be like, you really shouldn't be saying that to somebody. Because I've heard it like 3 times in like a week. I hope I didn't sound like a fucking asshole. I might have, but I just love you guys, and I know that I'm trying to reach to my younger audience who may be going through what I did when I was younger, because I really wanted someone to talk to about the shit that I went through with my parents, and I had nobody because no one believed that I was going through what I did. No one believes this sort of thing. I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm trying to tell people, yeah, parents can be really abusive, and not just in a physical way, but in a mental way. Like, they really can be abusive. It really happens, and the stigma that we should just love whoever and forgive your parents because they're your parents, no. You don't have to be around anybody that abuses you, no matter who they are. It does not matter. If someone is really abusive, get away from them. You are under no obligation to be around somebody who will do nothing but torment you. This stigma that you have to talk to your family is bullshit. It's nothing but bullshit. If they're really abusive to you and they won't go get help, and you know that they won't go get help, then just be done with them. Like, just wash your hands and leave. If that's what you want to do and you know that, then that's great. Just walk away. Don't let anybody tell you that you should stay with them, because you don't. I am so tired of seeing those things on Facebook saying, you know, you have to call your mom every day. Like, no, sometimes mothers are abusive and you don't have to deal with that if they're abusive. Unless you want to. Because let me reiterate, you are your own human. You can make your own decisions about what you do with your own life. It's ultimately your decision what you do. Anyway, beautiful kittens, I love you guys so much. I'm going to leave links below to forgiveness, all that good stuff. You know, take from this what you want. Suicide hotline things, you know, all the good resources that you need to know for, you know, abuse survivors, abuse victims in the description box, like I always do, if you need that. And if you want some more opinions on things or facts about narcissistic abuse, my playlist will be below. I do these fairly often, like maybe once or twice a month. I don't want to be depressing all the time, so I don't talk about this all the time, but it is a major part of why I do this, and it's a major part of me. So I love you, beautiful kittens. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Check out my other playlists. I talk about a lot of different things, so if you're into story times, I have those. If you're into beauty videos, I have those too. If you're into paranormal stuff, I have that. I literally talk about all kinds of stuff, and I even rant. So if you want some actual other rant videos and me not talking about dark stuff, then go to the rants, because I have some rant videos. I love you, beautiful kittens. Please be safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.